Okay, but up next, how to arrange the food in your fridge so you can trim your waistline and save some money. Stay with us. Welcome back. Want to clean up your diet but not sure where to start? Well, how about with your fridge? Registered dietitian Abbey Sharp shows us how arranging food just right can help save you time, calories, and money. Abbey, good morning.
Thank you.
Good morning. This is always my goal, to make things ahead like on Sunday and portion it out and get it ready.
Absolutely. Yeah, like a quick little fridge makeover is a great way to kickstart your healthy eating habits before summer, I think. And I've got some really great tips for you to get started. So first of all, don't waste healthy food. I think that sounds obvious, but, and I know a lot of us have good intentions when we buy lots of great fresh produce, but a lot of the times we just end up throwing out because it's gone bad before we get to use it, right?
Yep.
So there are some rules of thumb about how to store your produce to help it last longer. So first of all, we'll start with fruit. So most fruit are ethylene producing, and ethylene is a gas that helps our fruit ripen faster.
Okay.
So what I like to do with fruit that continues to ripen after it's been picked, like peaches for example, is I set it on the counter until it reaches its optimum ripeness, however we want to define that, because some people like them soft and some people like them hard.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I put them in the crisper drawer in the fridge. And the fridge doesn't necessarily stop the ethylene gas production, but it does help slow it down.
I was going to ask you that because I'll be honest, I opened up my fridge Sunday night and there was some stuff producing a lot of ethylene.
Yes, yes. So here's another really quick tip too, because a lot of people don't know that you can actually change this. This is great on the Frigidaire fridge because we have a little vegetable or fruit. It changes the humidity level. So you want to put it on a low humidity for your fruit, and what that does is it opens up a little window, lets the ethylene gas out a little bit, so it doesn't become like an ethylene hot box in there and cause it to rot. Now on the flip side, we've got vegetables. So most vegetables are ethylene sensitive. So we want to keep them as far away from the fruit as possible so that we, it's not kind of getting in contact with that ethylene gas. So what I like to do to protect my spinach or my greens, pop it into one of these GLAD storage bags, which really locks in the freshness, with a little piece of paper towel just to absorb any excess moisture. And this is going to go in the other crisper drawer. So segregation is important here. And this one I put on a high humidity. And what that means is it's going to allow my vegetables to stay nice and crisp, but at the same time, it shuts that little window so the ethylene gas that's coming out of my fruit drawer doesn't get into my vegetable drawer.
Very good.
Right. I'm so surprised it actually has a function because I've seen that in so many fridges, whether it's Frigidaire or any other fridge, and I just thought, okay, well.
You ignored it.
Yeah.
Now you know what it's there for, right?
Yeah, perfect.
So now, of course, our fruit and veggies are lasting a little bit longer. Now you actually have to use them. So my next tip is to do a little bit of prep work ahead. So I always find most families are crazy busy in the morning, so breakfast tends to be the meal that we go and grab a pastry or something. So I always do my breakfast ahead of time. So what I've done here is I set out my little GLAD containers with some Greek yogurt in the bottom and frozen berries on top. And the reason I use frozen, even though I know we're coming into fruit season, is because by the time I get it to work to eat, it's thawed out, but it's kept my yogurt nice and cool.
Oh,
so kind of double duty right there.
All right.
And then I got some little snack baggies of some almonds. I can throw that on top. It's a perfect little meal. Also, batch cooking is really great. So on the weekend when you have some time, I do like a big batch of quinoa, and I can just throw it into stir fries or whatever it is I'm making.
How long is this going to last?
Probably about 3 days, 3 or 4 days. Especially, you keep it in a sealed container in the fridge. Chicken also, what I like to do is I'll grill like 3 or 4 pounds, slice it up, pop it into freezer bags, and then just pull the freezer bags out throughout the week. Pop it in a salad, in a soup, throw it in your stir fry. You've already got that all taken care of.
Very smart. How long will those eggs last?
So I think just a few, a couple days. I always have like a couple in the day, and if I have a family, you can divvy them up. So a few days for sure.
Are those fresh or hard boiled?
Those are hard boiled. Oh yeah.
And only a couple of days?
Maybe 4 or 5.
Okay, I got to make note of that.
Yeah. So yes, you do. So the other kind of tip I wanted to mention is to trick yourself into eating healthy. Okay. And this is funny because when we open the fridge, we tend to just grab the first thing that we see, right? Especially when we're really in a hangry state. So use that to your advantage. So one thing I did, I've got cupcakes in there, but I've hidden them. I can't see them, so out of sight, out of mind.
Yep.
Right? And then of course, all my healthy food is right in front of my face. So I've got my hummus, got little baggies of carrots. I've got my berries in a clear container. That's really important because we tend to, you know, it's a lot of work to have to look inside, apparently, look inside a bowl versus a clear container because you see what you've got right in front of your eyes. So that's really important too.
Yeah, one thing I started doing a while back was just buy healthy food, and that way that's my only
That's
choice,
right.
And if I do want to have something that's a treat or that, I'll go out.
Go
and have
out.
it,
That's
yeah.
a really good option too. I know, but it's hard for families with kids, and
Sure.
you know what I mean. There's always something lying around that's tempting.
Absolutely, dietitian Abbey Sharp. Thank you so much
Thank
for that.
you.
Nice to see you.
All right, next on the morning show, the hottest toys for summer. We'll get a preview coming up after this quick break. Stay with us.